Welcome to Dark Psychology World Channel. I hope you like it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you. Now I will start reading this book to you. 12 Universal Laws, published by Ines Life. The universe operates according to a set of 12 fundamental laws that profoundly influence the nature of reality. These laws have a profound impact on everything from the tiniest particles to the vastness of the cosmos. Grasping these basic principles helps us synchronize our human experience with the inner mechanisms of nature and the universe. Throughout this 12-lesson series, we will explore every universal law extensively, delving into its spiritual significance, its practical implications, and providing guidance on how to incorporate it into your daily life. Understanding the interconnectedness of the law of divine oneness and the cyclical nature of the law of rhythm provides valuable insight into the underlying order amidst apparent chaos. The lessons offer a clear roadmap, helping us align with nature to find balance, peace, abundance, and good health. Exploring the universal laws reveals the incredible potential of focused intent, intentional creation, and compassionate free will to bring about positive transformations in our lives. Understanding the cosmic principles that govern our universe can bring us more freedom, joy, and spiritual empowerment. Lesson 1: Law of Divine Oneness. At its core, everything in our universe is interconnected and part of a fundamental unity. This law explains that everything in existence originated from a single divine source, which can be referred to as God, Allah, Brahman, or a quantum field. We often fail to notice this underlying unity in our daily experiences. Our perception of the world is shaped by our senses, emphasizing distinctions, divisions, evasions, and uniqueness on a smaller scale. Something interesting happens. Subatomic particles have a unique way of interacting and relying on each other on a larger scale. Matter and energy obey the same laws of physics everywhere. The law of divine oneness carries deep spiritual significance. We all possess a divine spark within us, as everything originates from the same divine source. We are all connected as siblings, created in the likeness of the divine. This law encourages individuals to embrace the concept of unity amidst diversity, fostering empathy by acknowledging similarities with others and respecting the value of all living beings. Applying this law and practice requires looking beyond surface level differences to uncover deeper connections. It promotes a sense of humanitarian service, where the act of helping others has a profound impact on both individuals and the world at large. Environments where this law is evident, like tight-knit communities, have a way of fostering a sense of brotherly love, selflessness, and unity that transcends any perceived divisions. This principle reminds us that promoting unity, harmony, and mutual understanding among all beings helps us connect with the core truth that everything in existence originates from a unified divine essence. When we recognize the interconnectedness of everything, we can access immense spiritual power and unleash our creative potential. Although the law of divine oneness may seem abstract or theoretical, there are numerous practical methods to implement it that can lead to significant transformations in our lives. The law explains that there are no actual divisions, just one ultimate reality that appears in various forms. We can develop the ability to look beyond surface-level distinctions and discover shared perspectives. When you encounter someone who appears different from you, you make an effort to recognize common aspirations, challenges, and beliefs. Uncover the underlying spiritual connection that exists amidst the Diversity of the world when all beings are interconnected, lending a helping hand to someone has a positive impact on everyone in a cosmic sense. Place selfless service at the core of your life. Support struggling communities globally by contributing your time or money to charitable causes. Being kind, compassionate, and caring for family, friends, and strangers reflects the underlying unity among all people. Abusing nature has serious consequences for all living beings, as we are all interconnected and dependent on the same source of life. Embrace sustainable practices, conserve resources, recycle, and make choices that prioritize the well-being of our planet. Through quiet contemplation, one can uncover the illusion of separateness. Meditation helps break down the barriers we create between ourselves and others, as well as between humans and nature. Meditation, when practiced consistently, can reveal profound insights into the interconnectedness of all things in the universe. In our daily lives, we often focus on our differences. However, we can cultivate a sense of connection to our shared divine essence by practicing acts of compassion, sustainability, and meditation. Through the dissolution of illusions, we access profound spiritual truths. Lesson 2: Law of vibration. Everything in existence vibrates and moves in rhythmic patterns. According to the second universal law, the eternal dance of creation fuels the workings of the cosmos. Modern science confirms this law, showing that all matter and energy display properties of vibration. Everything from atoms and molecules to cells, organs, and planets exhibits various states of vibrational motion. The universe is filled with vibrations of subatomic particles coming together to form massive galaxy clusters. This principle also suggests that consciousness and thought have an impact on different levels of reality. Mystics discuss the practice of raising one's vibrational energies through various disciplines such as meditation, chanting, and visualization. These activities involve cultivating focused mental and emotional patterns. The law of vibration is evident in our everyday experiences, as it shows that similar energies, thoughts, and states of being tend to attract one another. Our energy has the power to influence the events and circumstances around us, creating a ripple effect that can be felt throughout the room. Applying this law is as straightforward as being aware of our usual thoughts, words, and emotions, whether they are positive or negative. Just like how sound waves amplify and attract similar sound waves, our personal vibrations also attract resonant external realities over time. Through a deliberate focus on our inner world, we have the power to change ourselves and greatly impact our life experiences. We can understand the law of vibration as the idea that we are like standing waves composed of life energy, moving through our existence. By grasping the interplay between our inner and outer selves, we can master the art of creating joyful and harmonious vibrations. Here are some practical tips to help you apply the law of vibration in your daily life. Identify any negative or restrictive self-talk and intentionally change your internal dialogue to positive and empowering affirmations. The experiences you attract are a direct result of your thought vibrations. It's important to be aware of the content you consume, whether it's news, music, movies, or books. Media broadcasts have a significant impact on your psyche, influencing your energy levels and emotions. Choose content that is uplifting and spiritually nourishing. Make it a daily practice to experience genuine appreciation and gratitude, which will uplift your Emotional state. Take a moment to appreciate and find happiness in the small joys that come your way. Appreciate the challenges for the valuable lessons and personal growth they bring. If certain people or places consistently cause you stress, it may be helpful to make some changes in order to avoid feeling drained by negative energy. Discover peaceful havens in natural or spiritual environments to regularly surround yourself with uplifting energy. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift and inspire you. Share your goals, dreams, and achievements to maintain a positive momentum through supportive interactions. Calm your mind and let go of its restless thoughts, allowing your consciousness to naturally resonate at a higher frequency. Meditation helps to bring about a sense of mental and emotional harmony. The law of vibration states that our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors have a direct impact on our tangible experiences. Pay attention to your thoughts and emotions. Focus on positive energy and observe how your external circumstances change. Lesson 3. Law of Correspondence. The third universal law reveals the interconnectedness of patterns across different scales, reflecting each other and creating an intimate bond between all planes of existence. What is above is also below, and what is within is also without. We witness captivating fractal patterns that extend across the vastness of the cosmos and the intricacies of the quantum realm. These mesmerizing shapes of swirling galaxies and clustered branches repeat mysteriously across different dimensions. Geometry can be found throughout nature, from the smallest molecules to the patterns of growing florets. Understanding reality is facilitated by resin templates. The law of correspondence holds deep spiritual significance, suggesting that our internal psychological states are a direct reflection of our external circumstances. When we address and manage our own anger, we can prevent it from affecting others. This demonstrates how nurturing qualities such as love, peace, and joy can cultivate grace, harmony, and abundance in our everyday lives. Grasping the connection between our inner and outer worlds can greatly empower us to transform ourselves. By mastering ourselves, we can bring balance to our external surroundings. Practices such as mindfulness, dream journaling, and therapy help us become aware of our subconscious psychological patterns. This awareness allows us to consciously change any limiting beliefs that may be affecting our external circumstances. We can transform our external reality by addressing and healing our internal wounds one at a time. The concept of as within, so without suggests that what we create in our external reality is a reflection of our internal state. In order to make a difference in the world, it is important for us to bravely examine and change our own thoughts and emotions with complete honesty. The law of correspondence highlights that true transformation in the collective vision can only arise from individual revolutions. Consider the use of outer mirrors. Take a moment to consider how external circumstances, challenges, or people that upset you might reflect something within you that needs to be transformed. Inquire about how this relates to your own reflection when going through difficult life situations. It's important to refrain from placing blame on others. Instead, view the challenges as an opportunity to reflect on your beliefs or unconscious patterns that may have contributed to this situation. Take a closer look at instances where your actions may not align with your beliefs and strive to make adjustments that uphold integrity. Do you truly exhibit care when you claim to value compassion? It is important to ensure that actions align with the Values that have been expressed by. Following this law, you can create a harmonious and aesthetically pleasing living space through cleaning, organizing, and consciously arranging your environment. Take some time to observe your thoughts without any judgment. This will help you become more familiar with your inner world. Healing occurs when we are truly honest with ourselves. By looking within ourselves, we can find the root cause of external chaos and bring about positive change. Inner work has the power to bring about positive transformations in our external reality. By understanding the law of correspondence, we can grasp the subtle guidance that reality offers through reflections when we are attentive. Lesson 4: Law of Attraction. According to the fourth universal law, whatever we consistently focus on in our lives, whether it's constructive or destructive, positive or negative, is what we attract. This law states that consciousness has a direct impact on shaping reality as explained by quantum physics. The thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and values we hold strongly have a powerful influence on shaping our reality. Our understanding of how the mind can influence matter reveals a profound aspect of the reality we live in. Its remarkable receptivity. Manifestation works like a catalog. When we believe that we are constantly struggling financially, the truth is that we are indeed facing financial challenges. Here are the experiences you requested for validation. We need to be mindful of our thoughts and emotions because they have a direct impact on our reality. Although commonly linked to material desires, the true essence of this law lies in its spiritual implications. We need to be mindful of how we shape our identities through our thoughts, priorities, and actions in order to become the best version of ourselves. It's important to focus on personal growth rather than just acquiring material possessions or seeking external validation. This law demonstrates how reality reflects the thoughts and beliefs of an individual. We have complete freedom to be imaginative when we carefully plan and orchestrate the scenes of our personal movie. We can tap into this incredible power by consciously choosing to create rather than simply reacting. Every moment is shaped by our internal beliefs, influencing the quality of our experiences. Take note of how you express negative expectations, such as "I never have enough money," and then promptly counter them with positive statements. Take a moment to vividly imagine and feel what your life will look like once you achieve your goal. Visualize the details vividly to effectively communicate with reality. Take a few moments each day to reflect on and value the things you already possess rather than fixating on what you may be missing. Expressing gratitude can attract more positive experiences. There's no need to stress or overthink how goals will come to fruition. Have faith in the universal laws. Let go of the need for specific details on how things will unfold and steer clear of conflicting energy. Engage with various forms of media that convey messages that align with your desired reality. Consistently receiving positive messages shapes our beliefs. The law of attraction is constantly at work, whether we are aware of it or not. Create a fulfilling life by design by consistently monitoring your inner world, cultivating positive emotions, and expressing gratitude for both past and future blessings. Lesson 5: Law of Inspired Action. The fifth universal law states that in order to manifest positive outcomes, it is necessary to have the right mindset and take inspired action to bring about desired results. This involves following a clear and straightforward process derived from that rich and imaginative inner realm. Many individuals often misinterpret spiritual principles mistakenly, believing that simply thinking positively about their desires will make them come true. However, they fail to recognize the crucial role of taking action and manifesting their goals. Nevertheless, taking inspired action involves heeding intuitive nudges that align with your goals and act on moments of motivation rather than trying to forcefully control the outcome. We can rely on the wisdom of the universe to bring together the necessary elements for our goals to materialize, and we should be ready to take action when the right opportunities arise. Just follow these 3 steps. Set a clear intention. Emotionally believe in its attainment. And then take action when you feel motivated. It's as simple as that. This law emphasizes the importance of trusting and adhering to sign and taking advantage of opportunities that align with your goals. One way to take inspired action is by working on projects that have been brewing in your mind, asking important questions to strangers, or conducting research on potential leads. Even small actions can play a crucial role in achieving desired results when they are consciously aligned. Understanding miracles often involves embracing uncertainty, seizing opportunities, and witnessing reality transformed before our eyes. Authentic and inspired action comes naturally when we embrace a mindset of ease, trust, and letting go. We respond with joy and curiosity to the pull of intuition that aligns with our ideals and intended manifestations. Understanding and applying this law involves embracing the unknown and embracing the exciting journey of co-creating reality by fearlessly following inspiration. Spend a few minutes in silence every morning to calm yourself and tune into your inner direction. Often intuition speaks in whispers, so we have to stop ourselves to hear when you're tempted to persuade yourself out of taking positive action. Recognize these thoughts, express gratitude for their attempt to shield you, and then take action. There won't be any obvious routes ahead. Simply take the next suggested action, no matter how small. If you take enough little steps, the consequences will eventually materialize. Respect or force goals as they come to pass. Let the unfolding take you by surprise. When breadcrumbs arrive seemingly by accident, follow them. Disassociate yourself from the necessity of manifestations. Releasing attachments lessens the energy of desperation that is impeding us. Retaining self-awareness, inner confidence, and disassociation from outcome control are crucial. Inspired action is letting play intuition and experimentation. Let reality co-create with you by making the next move. No matter how tiny, you show that you have faith in the support of everyone around you at all times. Lesson 6, law of energy. The idea that energy can only be changed from one condition to another and cannot be created or destroyed is expressed in the 6th universal law. This gives our world an underlying order. Although appearances change throughout time, underlying energy always transforms into different forms through balanced exchange. This law is based on the idea that all processes in reality are driven by energy exchanges. In physics, when chemical bonds break, the energy they contain is released. As per the famous equation of Einstein, mass is converted into energy. Our known world runs on energy changing states, from sunshine feeding plants to electricity powering cities. This rule illustrates energetic exchange influencing interpersonal relationships, ideas propagating throughout civilizations, shifting power dynamics leading to global events and more, far beyond the realm of physics. This law governs interactions that are both beneficial and detrimental from acts of kindness that uplift people's spirits to conflicts sparked by divergent ideologies. The law of energy is also evident in our daily lives. Although emotional confrontations seem to appear out of nowhere, we can really trace their escalation back to previous experiences. Wealth increases as a result of carefully planned exchanges of value. After encounters based on invisible transactions, we are either exhausted or energized. We can better embrace the coming and going of the seasons. When we are aware of energetic balances, we graciously accept unexpected gains or setbacks in our relationships, jobs, and initiatives. While realizing that bigger picture changes are occurring, we can also intentionally guide energy changes toward moral goals by practicing adept stewardship. Wisdom demands that dramatic energy swings that could be harmful be moderated. This concept ultimately teaches that no energy exists in a vacuum. Consciously charting intricate exchanges allows us to smoothly fit with energetic reality. Pay attention to activities, individuals, and obligations that deplete your energy. Keep these limited to conserve personal energy for important tasks. Participate in activities that help you recharge. Make sure to spend time in nature. Engage in physical activity. Eat nutritious food and get enough sleep to replenish your energy to maintain emotional balance and personal empowerment. In relationships and negotiations, it is important to effectively communicate boundaries and ensure that they are respected by both parties. Being alone and in quiet can be incredibly nourishing and rejuvenating. The constant noise of stimuli can be quite draining. Remember to unplug your devices on a regular basis. Take a moment to reflect on how your actions could unknowingly deplete others. Strive for mutually beneficial outcomes. Discover solutions that empower and benefit everyone, and solved for a fair and balanced approach. The law of energy emphasizes that what we give out comes back to us multiplied over time. Through mindful management of our personal energy, uplifting others with generosity, and acting with consideration, we have the power to create positive transformations in our lives, relationships, and environments. This is achieved through ethical and conscious energy exchange. Lesson 7: Law of Cause and Effect. The seventh universal law explains how every action we take has a ripple effect, creating karmic consequences that extend through time. The intricate web of connections links past decisions to current results. Observable phenomena are fundamentally explained by causal relationships. In modern science, what makes a stationary ball eventually fall down? What causes us to move forward when we paddle vigorously across a lake? Creating functional technologies by identifying causes. However, there are more intricate cause and effect patterns that influence future life outcomes, which are determined by past behaviors we navigate. The effects that are set in motion by election day votes, childhood habits, or breakfast dialogue. Not considering the ethical consequences of our actions can lead to significant regret when we see the results. Nevertheless, the law of cause and effect also offers a glimmer of redemption through deliberate decision making. We can shape our future with compassionate actions instead of causing pain. We are currently working the soil with our hands, even though the results may not be seen for years. This law emphasizes the importance of taking responsibility in relationships and spiritual practice, while also encouraging kindness and understanding towards oneself and others. Do not judge too harshly, or you may face judgment for the hidden depths within you that only The divine can see keep moving forward, steadily focusing on positive behavior. The relationship between cause and effect is what drives our personal growth throughout life. We understand that true progress comes from embracing the present and focusing on positive possibilities and higher goals rather than dwelling on past mistakes. Take a moment to consider the potential impact of your actions on yourself and others in the future before making important choices. What would be the long-term impact of this? Take a moment to look back on previous errors without being too hard on yourself, recognizing the factors and beliefs that influenced your choices. Learn valuable insights to intentionally change current paths. When engaging with others, it's important to use positive language, show kindness, and strive to make a positive impact on their lives, even in small ways. This has a compounding effect on positive outcomes. Give efforts a fair chance before labeling them as failures. It may take some time for causes to have noticeable effects. Just be patient. Avoid adopting a victim mentality or attributing current circumstances solely to other people or events. Take responsibility for the impact of your past choices on the conditions of your life in every moment. There is always the potential to consciously choose life-affirming actions and behaviors, even though we cannot change the past. By embracing compassion, wisdom, and patience, we can cultivate the conditions that lead to the fulfillment of our dreams while avoiding harmful paths that increase suffering. The power of the present moment is always ready for us to seize. Lesson 8. Law of compensation. The Eth universal law states that every action has a corresponding reaction that returns the invested energy. Every action we take, whether positive or negative, will ultimately come back to us. This principle reflects Newton's third law of motion from physics, indicating that reality naturally adjusts itself to counteract every force. In addition to physics, we can observe compensation in our social world on a regular basis. The political pendulum swings. Empires experience both growth and decline, and stock markets go through periods of both decline and growth. Our personal lives are filled with evidence. Financial investments can either grow or disappear. Respect generates support, while criticism leads to backlash, and efforts towards goals attract unseen help. Wars tragedy conceals the underlying power of the law of compensation, which eventually leads to peaceful revolutions in the future. Generosity in the past strengthens the bonds that flourish as sources of love and support. Report during difficult times. According to the law, every part of the cosmic equation eventually finds balance over time. The interplay between the human and natural worlds is evident in the constant ebb and flow of positive and negative forces. Over time, darkness gives way to light through a process of compensatory regulation. It's important to be patient when outcomes seem unfair, take a long time, or require a broader perspective to understand. Looking beyond our own perspectives, we can see the shifts of time, the intricate paths we follow, and the individuality of each person's life. When we uncover the inner workings of life, we free ourselves from seeing existence as separate moments. We focus on the continuous process of generations evolving, where darkness plays a crucial role in its own dismantling. Perform acts of kindness without seeking recognition or praise. Compensation is achieved through a sense of fulfillment that may not be immediately apparent. Helping others should not be driven by the expectation of immediate reciprocation. Compensation naturally develops over a period of time. Embrace the unexpected in life rather than trying to control everything. There is often a discrepancy between what you think you want and what you actually receive as compensation. When working towards significant goals, it's important to remain patient even if progress is gradual. Rewards for hard work can sometimes come from unexpected sources. When facing difficult times or experiencing loss, it can be helpful to take a step back and look at the larger perspective that encompasses years and generations. Compensation gradually develops over time. The law of compensation ensures that all expressions are balanced over time and space, even if events may appear imbalanced from our limited perspectives. Trust in the natural flow of life and let go of keeping track of who owes you or expecting immediate repayment for your good actions. Compensation naturally develops. Lesson 9. Law of relativity. All things exist on a spectrum and can only be measured relative to other variables without any inherent traits of their own. According to the ninth universal law, meaning and qualities are not fixed or absolute on their own. They are expressed through relationships between polarized frames of reference. Take the property cold, for instance, which only makes sense when compared to its opposite hot. Understanding temperature measurements involves comparing them within a specific scale such as Celsius or Fahrenheit. Concepts are defined by a simple principle. They rely on opposites, such as is light and dark, empty and full, to give them meaning. Recognizing this perspective on relativity can aid in cultivating a deeper understanding of polarization. We understand that the world is not simply divided into good and bad. Instead, we see the complex interconnections between opposing forces. Left relies on right, up relies on down, and even infamy plays a role in giving meaning to admiration. Social manifestation is also found in the law of relativity. We evaluate wealth or poverty based on the prevailing economic norms, much like how someone living on a remote desert island would consider basic necessities as extravagant luxuries. Popular trends are shaped by subjective preference filters that vary across different eras and cultures, resulting in the emergence of beauty and desirability. This principle enables us to embrace two seemingly contradictory truths at the same time. Once we understand their relative contexts, consider, for example, how a thief can be seen as morally corrupt due to their actions, which are often driven by desperate circumstances. Understanding what is right becomes more flexible through the concept of relativity. The law of relativity helps us transcend rigid duality by recognizing the interdependence between opposites. Furthermore, it encourages showing empathy towards individuals who are unfairly judged based on surface level appearances. By delving into the deeper truths that provide understanding instead of justification. Understanding the truth requires embracing the spectrum between different viewpoints rather than relying on absolutism. Take a moment to consider if you tend to view things, people, or events in rigid terms of being either completely positive or negative. Is that still applicable when perspectives change? Take a moment to consider the contextual nuances before hastily passing negative judgments. What factors might be influencing the situation? Instead of thinking in terms of either or, try embracing paradoxical truths. Is it possible to consider multiple angles even if they seem contradictory from certain perspectives? Immerse yourself in diverse life situations to broaden your perspective and foster Empathy, how would this appear from different perspectives we frequently evaluate, based on a limited understanding of the current situation. However, the concept of success is heavily influenced by the metrics one chooses, such as wealth, fame, and power. Make sure to evaluate what you compare yourself to. The law of relativity serves as a reminder that truth can be seen from various perspectives. Understanding requires recognizing the perspectives we bring to the table before claiming objectivity. Find truth by considering multiple perspectives and avoiding absolute statements. Lesson 10. Law of Polarity. The 10th universal law states that all things in existence require duality, which is the interplay between opposites. In order to understand how something like heat can come into existence, it is helpful to have its opposite cold to establish clear distinctions between different aspects in the creative matrix. We can observe the interplay of yin-yang forces in perpetual cyclical motion, constantly weaving together and pushing apart as linked counterparts. Both principles rely on each other's opposing forces to remain viable. Phenomena are born in the space between polarized charges, creating a rich and fertile environment. Our mental and emotional experience is also influenced by the law of polarity. Conflicting desires can sometimes lead to internal psychological struggles. These include the desire for security versus the desire for freedom, the urge to indulge versus the need for discipline, and the longing for adventure versus the craving for stability. As ambition grows, so does the desire for safety and comfort, with each pull of the magnetic force increasing its counterpart. Understanding this natural duality allows us to effectively handle the tension of conflicting motives when making important life choices, rather than disregarding one side and facing its inevitable resurgence later on. We can approach opposing viewpoints by considering their interdependent value and multiple dimensions. This allows for a more inclusive and conscious approach, rather than pushing biased agendas that can have negative consequences. The concept I'm referring to explains that the universe operates through a continuous interplay of opposing forces, creating a rhythmic dance. The way we experience existence is rooted in the interplay of opposing energies, constantly seeking equilibrium through attraction and repulsion. By grasping the importance of contrasting elements, we cultivate wisdom that transcends judgment and embraces the entirety of the human experience. Avoid dwelling on negative emotions and try not to resist them. It's important to acknowledge and fully experience emotions like sadness, anger, and fear. Enhancing shadows becomes more pronounced when engaging in conflicts. It is important to consider the perspectives of all parties involved, instead of vilifying those who disagree. Let's focus on finding areas of agreement. Difficult circumstances help develop long-lasting abilities. Progress is often achieved through the friction that arises when our realities are tested, and we are empowered. Fluctuating between opposite ends of indulgence and restriction can lead to unnecessary stress. Discover the importance of maintaining a well-rounded approach to nutrition, spending, and self-care, instead of having to make a difficult choice between career and family. Find ways to creatively combine your commitments. The law of polarity highlights the inherent presence of tension, which is not something to be resolved, but rather an integral aspect. Understanding progress involves embracing the entire spectrum of possibilities rather than taking a one-sided approach. Master the art of balance by skillfully integrating Contrasts and embracing multiple truths. Simultaneously, Lesson 11, Law of Rhythm. Reality operates in cycles with periods of growth and decline. The passage of time is marked by the alternating cycles of day and night, the changing of seasons, the steady rhythm of breath, and the recurring patterns of rise and fall in civilization's existence is marked by cyclical fluctuation. Animal populations rise and fall in response to environmental factors, just like economic trends experience spikes and plunges. We can observe rhythm's influence on intellectual trends as ideologies become popular, reach their peak, and then fade away, making room for new paradigms in our everyday lives. Our emotions fluctuate, going from moments of inspiration, confidence, and happiness to later experiencing sadness, confusion, and doubt before eventually finding a sense of balance again. Creativity appears to follow a rhythmic pattern. It surges in bursts of productivity, then rests during periods of inactivity before reaching its full potential. Understanding the impermanence of all phases allows for gracefully riding the constant cycles of existence. Understanding the operation of rhythm can help us see beyond the pursuit of eternal happiness. Understanding life's natural cycles enables us to embrace each experience as it arises and gracefully let it go when it reaches its peak without holding on to it. We are now free to navigate the waves of life with expertise. We can observe time's eternal dance, orchestrating the folding flow of reality through rhythm. Endless cycles continuously shift between extremes in search of equilibrium, providing periods of active growth and passive release for all aspects of existence. Within overlapping cycles, align your plans with the natural rhythms. Take advantage of times when you're fully concentrated to tackle larger tasks. Plan enjoyable activities for when you're feeling low on energy. Syncing with the rhythm can help minimize frustration. Keep a record of your moods by observing emotional and mental patterns over extended periods. One can anticipate and balance fluctuations when feeling stuck in extreme states. Ensure you have prepared contingency plans. It's important to be prepared for unexpected changes in your routine. Make sure you have backup options such as frozen meals, alternative transportation, and extra supplies on hand so you don't have to scramble at the last minute. Keep in mind that everything is temporary. When experiencing intense highs or lows, it can be helpful to keep in mind that all phases are temporary. This can help prevent overreacting. This perspective promotes a sense of calm and balance. Make changes in a step-by-step manner. Complex diets, intense fitness routines, or drastic lifestyle changes often fail to align with natural rhythms. Small changes align more effectively with natural cycles. View downturns as periods of rest instead of trying to combat low energy times by keeping busy or seeking stimulation. View them as natural opportunities for rejuvenation and peaceful rest. Success lies in embracing change rather than fighting against the natural course of events. Understanding and respecting cycles leads to better balance and productivity. Lesson 12, Law of Gender. The 12th universal law explains the balance of existence through the principles of masculine and feminine archetypes. The intricate interplay of opposing forces forms the foundation of existence. One way to understand this law is by looking at symbols found in various esoteric traditions that represent the sacred union between eternal yin and yang. Goddess traditions celebrate the virtues of the divine feminine, while patriarchal faiths focus On the masculine aspect of deity, both traditions recognize a transcendent source that combines these elements. Nature beautifully showcases the creative interplay of sex, the harmonious dance between feminine and masculine cores within organisms that sustains the stream of life. Ancient traditions used agricultural cycles of sowing and reaping to illustrate this timeless dance. The law of gender also applies to individuals with the feminine aspects of intuition and nurturing, balancing the logical and hierarchical aspects of the mind. Embracing both internally allows individuals to achieve a sense of balance and unlock their full human potential. Applying this law and practice requires developing a balance between assertive drive and receptive awareness to avoid going to extremes. Successful relationships are built on the mutual development of complementary masculine and feminine qualities between partners. The advancement of our world is achieved by combining the power of technology with the nurturing care for our environment. This perpetual dance brings forth the fundamental energy that powers the very essence of life. All beings, regardless of their physical form, possess an inherent life-giving essence that embodies both masculine and feminine qualities. By combining their sacred qualities both internally and externally, creative potential expands, giving rise to new realities. Cultivate a balance between your natural nurturing instincts and assertive qualities. Embrace the vast range of human capabilities. Value the input of diverse viewpoints in relationships and teamwork. Combining perspectives from both genders leads to the best solutions. Be mindful of any tendencies to stereotype based on gender or to perceive one gender as superior to the other. Every individual possesses a distinct combination of these energies. Promote increased inclusion and opportunities for marginalized individuals. Creating a global imbalance that leads to suffering is a result of disadvantaging half of humanity. Conflicts often arise from opposing viewpoints between traditional masculine and feminine perspectives. Combine the best aspects of both to create mutually beneficial integrations. Reality unfolds through a dynamic melding of yin and yang as explained by the law of gender to build a world of equity, sustainability, and peace. It is important to support the feminine with compassion and help the masculine find balance. Final lesson 12. Universal laws. In this text, we have discovered 12 fundamental laws of the cosmos that shape our reality. The universal principles that govern the workings of the manifested world operate behind the scenes, connecting all life and shaping our destinies. Understanding their profound mysteries and practical impact in our lives can be a challenging endeavor. We understand that we are constantly creating our reality through our consciousness. Delving into each law can lead to endless exploration, whether by scientists studying their physical manifestations or mystics exploring their metaphysical mysteries. Gaining a deep understanding of their essence can profoundly shift one's perspective. What is inside reflects what is outside. By gaining mastery over ourselves and our inner world, we have the power to shape what happens in our external reality. Exploring the interconnectedness of mind, matter, and spirit reveals a profound understanding that expands our perception of what is possible. By being mindful of the connection between our imagination and the outcomes experience, we can gain the power to intentionally shape our destiny instead of feeling like helpless victims of chaos. May we Use this sacred knowledge wisely and ethically to empower all beings with compassion as the veils of our real magic are revealed. These 12 keys allow us to tap into the boundless creative power of the present moment, enabling us to bring a touch of enchantment to every breath we take. May our future be filled with the greatness of our united purpose. The future is full of endless possibilities just waiting for us to make our mark on it. Thank you for taking me on this journey with you. This is Dark Psychology World Channel. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, like, and share.